The Creativity Explored Show. Okay. Hi, welcome to the first episode of the Creativity Explored Show. This show will show you the artworks of many artists at Creativity Explored. This first episode is a conversation between Yukari and JD. My art is about animals. I'm thinking of doing paintings that are dedicated to animals that are endangered species and are at grave risk of becoming like dodo birds and becoming like dinosaurs. Oh, I became the artist since by gaining inspirations from animated movies and a lot of cartoon shows. I like to do watercolor, acrylic, oil painting, and I like to do sketching, and I like to do cartooning. My favorite artists are Pablo Picasso, Georgia O'Keeffe, Gustav Klimt, Edgar Degas, Monet, and all artists. Especially some of my favorite artists are Japanese. My favorite artist who is a Japanese would be Hiroshige. Right now, concentrating on coloring more of my characters from Mythical Knights. Mythical Knights is kind of like a superhero that's kind of like an inspiration of Power Rangers with some medieval knights from the Europe trip, and also like Power Rangers having some parts inspiration with extinct animals, three of them dinosaurs and two of them ice age animals. Mythical Knights are seven heroes, and they're based on mythological creatures. And the Guardians are based on a recently extinct species, but the Tiger Knights are based on mythological creatures, they're saving animals in the real world. They have to save the mythological creatures from becoming extinct. From sometimes because some ignorant people, mostly the rich billionaires, they don't care. So these seven kids are the heroes, and they're the titular knights, and they also have the seven avatar forms of the mythological creatures. The boys, they're the dragon, phoenix, griffin, and hippogriff. And for the girls, unicorn, pegasus, and hippocampus. And they're kind of like I made them the inspiration of the girls of the Saddle Club series and Charlie's Angels. So they're kind of like combination of Charlie's Angels with the Saddle Club, since I made them do horseback riding, and also they have action techniques based off on Charlie's Angels, and of course, all three of them have part based off on horses. While the three of the boys were part based off on birds of prey, with the phoenix being part based on a falcon and eagle, and the rest of the two having part based on an eagle as well. And the leader is the only one who is based on a reptilian, since it's a dragon. And Matt's little sister, Sarah, I made her a Selkie, and she has autism. But unusual thing is, autistic girls are born with magical powers, and they're not bullied at all. Only if the heroes keep the secrets. Because if they reveal their secrets if they reveal their own identity, then the girls with the mythological creatures who have autism might end up being bullied as mortals. But luckily, Sarah and Yukiko, who is the fairy queen, I made her autistic based on me as well, and she and Sarah were safe. from bullying because their siblings kept their identities secrets.
Mhm.
But when I was a little girl, I create stories based off on some European people and some Asian people, and my first ego being based off being a Japanese Asian being based off on me. But in Mythical Knights, I claim some egos based off on me. One of the fellow guardians, who is one of the extinct species, the Yangtze River dolphin, she's based off on me as well because she's a Japanese. And one of the titular knights, Carmen, I made her a Mexican, and she's based on me because um her way of being proud of being a Mexican is based on me being proud of being Japanese. I made her family lucky. I understand how some people are being proud of their own heritage. So I have to respect other people's heritage too. Mythological beasts include dragons, unicorns, pegasi, griffins, hippogriffs, and hippocampi, and phoenixes too, and fairies. I think I'm getting used to it on doing art at home while I'm sheltering in place. Even though I miss doing art at the studio at Creative Explored and Artreach since there's a continuing shutdown, I think I'm getting used to having fun doing art at home. Like I'm right now sketching some made up characters from We're Back, a dinosaur story. The mythological beast of Magesteros.
Hey, my name is JD Green. I'm an artist. My art is about different types of things because I do multiple things. So as a start, I used to draw a lot. So mostly for like subject wise, I like to do portraits of people, and then the time I go, I do more like environments and abstract art too, and sometimes I'll work on like political things too. I like drawing and painting now. I do a lot of stuff, but I like drawing and painting, and I still getting used to digital, but most of the time my favorite is drawing and painting. Influence, I have influence from sometimes people who I talk to, imagination, sometimes like what's going on in life, like the news, like I said before, like politics or something that what's going on for now, and then who's my favorite artist. I don't really have a favorite artist right now, but because it's so many. But yeah, it's kind of pretty much a tight space at home. I just try to. Sometimes I work in my bedroom. Sometimes I work in the living room because it's more space. So it's like just the space is kind of different than working in the studio. Some I'll be working on lately is like um I do digital art with one of the teachers named Enrique, and he give me like different assignments every week, different subjects. And this week I'm doing like looking up different paintings. If I want to think of an artist, look him up and kind of look at that painting and then do it on digital, but for my style, do different values of that, like in black and white. And then I also doing oil pastel drawings with Lisa. So continue. Oh, that's a hard one right now because it's crazy situation going on right now. But for 10 years, I know that's I'm just let life go by and then what happens happens. Back again, what I said earlier, since I do very different things, sometimes it's from imagination, or sometimes it's like political. Like I just did a show past in September with one of the artists named John and teacher named Victor Casahena, his brother Carlos, and we did this show for my side was based on blackface, and then that was about how back then the Jim Crow laws were making fun of African Americans about how they look and how they talk and the style. So what I try to say is that I did like all pieces of posters of that. Try to say, hey, you make fun of us, so I just make it as a art thing. Say, hey, this how you think we look like, even though it's a kind of upsetting thing. I know it's a lot of anger right now, but I think we still need it more, trying to control it because all this killing is still going on. We just need the society to help us. And I always want to say this too. A lot of for African American people, we gotta help ourselves too, because sometimes you know somebody have to die, then you want to help. So, for my opinion, it's like help us while we still here. So support each other. With artist disability is for me, I learned for myself that I thought I didn't have disability, but then more I just learned, how I speak and everything. That everyone run different. Art don't really have a disability. Art is something your creator mind. It doesn't matter who you are. It's just a talent. So for people with disability, you don't have to worry about you're not perfect or normal because art don't really have a label who you are. If you know me, just look me up, JD on Instagram, and then you can just see my art pretty much.